The first month we dated, my boyfriend was enrolled in a Viking lore class, and for 3 months I heard nothing but soft J's and people all named Thor. You got Thorolf, Thorskold, Thorkel, and Gunthor, all freezing their balls off on some frozen fjord.
We're Vikings, it's an occupational hazard.
Needless to say, it was quite the start to a budding romance. Fast forward a few years, and now we have our own seats at Odin's table. And it's all thanks to Valheim Date Night. There's a blondness setting? The life of a Viking can be harsh. When we aren't sitting around the fire, eating and drinking, we usually spend our time dying. Whether you're drowning in waist-deep water, getting crushed by a smurf, or chopping a tree in the vicinity of a girlfriend. Timber! Ow. Like I said before, he's studied this stuff, so he's got a real soft spot for Viking gibberish and factoids.
Yeah, taste poison. Oh! No!
Wait, Boo, you got him!
I did?
Yeah, he's dead!
What?
It was the poison.
I killed beyond the grave.
As the cautious one between the two of us, I'm always reminding him to look both ways before crossing the street. Or in this case, the swamp. As usual, he's always diving headfirst into danger without much preparation. He'll jump into some strange body of water in an area that he knows is full of blood-sucking leeches, no questions asked.
Are you sure this water's sanitary?
In any survival game, I put all my faith in him to figure out how we're getting out of this mess. I'm much more valuable to the team as a grunt worker than a researcher. Do I want to explore and find new stuff? Nah. How about clearing a forest so he can burn up my work? Because of the whole carrying weight thing, more on that later, you have to use this little cart to run everything to and from your base. This thing and I do not get along. When I finally make it back to camp to drop off the goodies, I'm greeted by these gorgeous architectural achievements. When it comes to building, all of my stuff ends up looking like a giant cardboard box.
I wish I lived there!
Really?
No!
They're never symmetrical, and I can never seem to ventilate them properly, so I end up smoking myself out of my own home. My talents are better spent elsewhere. Besides, what's the point of playing as a couple if you don't work together? I don't know how he does it, but he always comes up with creative ways to decorate. Of course, I'm not a huge fan of sacrificing potions for ambient lighting.
Well, it is all about the presentation.
It's always nice of him to make things easy to follow for an amateur like me. Or in this case, girlfriend-proofing the long haul. I'm just as danger-prone as I am in any other game, and I'm constantly running into the fire pit for some reason. You see, usually when I end up dead, it's because I took a detour to grab more carrot seeds. The farming in this game makes me whole, and you can't take it away from me. Things feel so peaceful and quiet in my carrot field. It almost makes me forget I'm an adult with responsibilities. I love the world in this game, and it's especially fun to be immersed for hours. The only problem is getting around in Valheim can be a real snore. I don't know what's worse, sailing for hours to get from point A to point B, or sailing in circles for hours waiting for a serpent to spawn.
Oh, God.
Turn left.
Oh, geez. Was that us or him that got hurt?
I happen to be quite the crack shot with the bow. It's my favorite weapon. But when it comes to deep sea fishing, I'd argue it doesn't do my aim justice.
Oh, the boat's taking some damage.
Shit. Does anyone else think these deer sound like dogs? I like to stalk my prey and go in for the sneaky kills, but my boyfriend just runs in mace swinging and hollering for the glory of Odin. Nick, you scared off my deer.
Why are you in a bush?
We're a mace and bow kind of couple, which means I let him get up close and personal while I hang back from the safety of the not personal. Thank God he can't be hit by friendly fire. I can't handle that kind of pressure. It's not a flawless strategy, especially because sometimes we're forced into close quarters, and one of us likes to body block doorways, I guess.
Okay, I love you, but you gotta get out of my way.
I'd be lying if I said we didn't have to make a corpse run every now and again, but who cares? At least the bees are happy. Damn it, I'm overburdened again. In real life, when I go shopping and things get too heavy, I have a boyfriend to carry them for me. In Valheim, the same concept applies, and I have no problem asking him to schlep that big-ass dragon egg clear across the planet so it can go in our bedroom. Before you go and start feeling all sorry for him, just know the shoe doesn't feel so good on the other foot. He's really good at sneaking a ton of rocks into my inventory when I'm not paying attention. If I don't keep my guard up around him, I'll end up flat as a pancake.
You got thwacked.
He's laughing now, but he's gonna have to carry my stuff home.